Welcome back to the CFS channel. Today we'll be dealing with a question which will again make us think of a lot of cases. So let's get started. So in the question there is a BST given with a root node with key part as an integer only, which is usual as all the BSTs. You need to find the in order successor and predecessor of a given key. Now it is not necessary that the key is present in the tree. We will see from the examples. If either of the predecessor or successor is not found, then set it to null. So if it is not found, if there is no predecessor or successor, we have to again think of when that will be the case. Then we have to set it to null and we have to return. Okay. And here in the example, the input is given to us in a very interesting way. Let's try to draw the BST and understand the cases, and let's see what are we returning over here. What does in order predecessor and successor actually mean? Here in the input, we are given two cases. This is the first case, this is the second case. In the first case, there are 6 edges given to us and each edge is described over here, 50, 30, L. So that there are different ways that input can be given to us for BST. So this is one of the ways. So let's discuss it. One edge is 50, 30 and here 30 is on the left side of 50. So basically what? 50, 30 is on the left side. Okay, so this is one edge. Second edge is 30, 20, L. See, 30 ka left side will be 20. So this is the second edge that is given to us. Then after that 30, 40, R. So basically on the right of 30 there is 40. So on the right of 30 there is 40. Okay. Then after that 50, 70, R. So on the right of 50 there is 70. So this was another edge. Then 70, 60, L. On the left of 70 there is 60. So on the left of 70 there is 60. You can see that all of these are following BST properties. Also 30 is less than 50, 20 is less than 30, like that. You can also see that. Now on the right of 70 there is 80. On the right of 70 there is 80. So this is the BST that we are dealing with. And in the question, the value that is given to us is 65. So in the question it is given, you are given a key. You have to find the in order successor and predecessor. Now what does in order successor and predecessor mean? Now when we write the in order traversal of this particular BST, how will it look? First the smallest one will be 20, then there will be 30, then there will be 40, then 50, then 60, then there is 70, then there is 80. So this is the in order traversal of the tree. Now if 65 lies where? It lies over here. So what is the in order predecessor? It is 60. And the in order successor is 70. It is as simple as that. Here see output 60 and 70. Similarly see over here we are given the same tree and the given key is 100. So 100 lies over where? 100 is over here. So what is the in order predecessor? It is 80. Is there any successor? Is there any node that is greater than 100? No. That is why we have to return -1. See, in the question it was given to us that if either predecessor or successor is not found, then it is set to null. So this is the case that, if it was not given to you, you should actually ask your interviewer that what if the given key to us is like greater than all the elements? There will be no successor. What should I do? Should I return -1? Should I return an error? What should I do? See over here, if there was a number given to us which is less than 20, suppose the number given to us was 8, would there have been an in order predecessor? No. In that case, we have to return -1. So I hope from the example you have understood the question properly. Now let's look at different cases and let's see how we can convert it into code. So this is the function that we have to finish. We are given the root of the tree. Now these are actually our answers. See, here we have to set the pre and the suc values as predecessor and successor respectively. Here we have passed them by reference. Note over here that even when we pass the values in recursion, the values are going to remain same. So that is the point over here, that whenever we find the value of the recursion, we can just set the value and we can return from there. The value will not change because here we are passing by reference and not by value. It is important to see that how the function is given to us. So we can understand from here that okay, whether we will need another helper function or we can use this itself as the recursive function or not. So start thinking about these cases. Other than that, we are given a key for which we have to find the predecessor and successor for. Okay, so now again, whenever dealing with a tree question, what is the first case that we should think about? Like all the questions that we have done till now, that if the root does not exist, then what do we have to do? We just have to return from there. Because there is absolutely nothing that I can do. There is no root. So there is no predecessor or successor. Okay, so I am just returning from there. Now what are the other cases that are possible? Say here we can see that the node key value is called key itself. So that is how I'm going to compare. It's not called data, it's called key. So that's how I'm going to compare that if root ka key. So what are the three cases? If it is equal to the given key, then we are going to do something. Else what is the other case? That if the root value, that is root ka key, is actually greater than key, then we have to do something. What is the other third case? So there are only three cases, right? That if the root ka key will be less than the key. Now you should pause and start thinking yourself that what will happen in all of these cases. Now when we know that the key that is given to us is less, that means it is in the, then our answer should be in the left subtree, right? So we can go in the left subtree. Now can we use the same function? Do we need another function? Let's try using the same function. Let's see whether it works or not. So I am going to call the same function, and what am I going to do? I am going to pass root ka left. I am going to pass the same pre and the suc values, and I am going to call the key. I am going to say that okay, we are doing the same thing, we are just passing for root ka left. Does this work or not? Now see, our key value is smaller than the root ka key. We start going in the left subtree. Now there is a possibility that the left child itself was the root. Okay. Now that means our successor is actually the root. Let me show you from the diagram also. So now our suppose key was less than the root value. So this is the root value. Our key value is suppose this. Okay. Now we have called the function for over here. Now we have to again look for predecessor and successor in this. Predecessor we can find in this. Why? Because predecessor can be this, right? Here we will find the successor over here. But let's say that this value was not there. Okay. Let's say that this particular value was not there. If that is the case, then our successor should have been this only. And since we have actually moved to the left subtree and we have discarded this, our answer will be wrong. Again, think about it. I am talking about the case when there is no right child of this particular node. There is no right child. We come over here. Now this is the key that is given to us. Okay, this is the key that is given to us. We knew that okay, it is in the left subtree. So we move to the left subtree. The predecessor we have found. But since there is no right child, what should be the successor? The successor should have been the parent itself. Think about these cases. Now when we move to the left subtree, we are actually missing our successor. So what do we have to do in such case? So in this case, before moving to the left subtree, what I will do is, I will set my successor to the root value. And when I move to this function, the successor value will be set only because I am passing my reference, right? So what am I doing over here? I am setting the successor value. Now it is possible. Now you might be thinking that it is possible that it had a right child. It's fine. If it had a right child, then it will go to the other cases and successor value will be overwritten. But if it is not there, then at least we have set a value, right? And we have to think of such cases that when we move to the left subtree, can we discard to the root altogether? Is it a possible answer? If it is a possible answer, we can't discard it. Now this is a possible answer. I am not saying that the successor will always be a root. If there was right child, then successor will be overwritten. And we can look at the examples and we will understand that when will it be overwritten. Similarly, let's talk about the case when root ka key value is less than the key. That means that we have to move towards where? We have to move towards right subtree. So I will call the function and I will pass root ka right. I will pass pre and suc value and I will pass the key. Now here again same thing is there that we are moving towards right subtree, but can we discard the root altogether? What if child itself is the key and there is no left child? We won't have the predecessor. So here I am going to set the pre value to root. And it is important to understand over here, while moving to the left subtree, I am setting the successor. While moving to the right subtree, I am setting the predecessor. Only if you understand recursion properly and only if you understand the meaning of predecessor and successor, you will be able to understand this. Take examples and understand that, okay, if we move over there, we are missing one case. That is why we are setting the values over here. Okay. Now let's come to the main case that if the root key value itself is the key, that means that our predecessor, what does this actually mean? That our predecessor is going to be on the left side. Okay. And our successor is going to be on the right side. Right. So how are we going to find that? Now to understand this case, let's look at the diagram. Here I am saying that the case is when root ka key is equal to key itself. Now suppose I am saying that this root ka key is equal to key itself. Okay. Now I know that my predecessor is going to be on the left side and my successor is going to be on the right side, right? But is this the predecessor? Is this the successor? No. What is the predecessor? It will be actually this. And what will the successor? It will actually be this. So these two are our answers. So I am saying that predecessor is actually the rightmost child in left subtree and successor is the leftmost child but in the right subtree. Okay. Now you have to think about this and understand this clearly. If you have understood this, we are done with the question. See, predecessor is going to be in the left subtree, that is for sure, because it has to be smaller than the key. But predecessor means it should be just smaller than the key. So which one is the closest to the key in the left subtree? It is the rightmost element, right? See, this is the rightmost element. So the rightmost child in the left subtree is the predecessor. Similarly, we know that successor is going to be in the right subtree. That is right. But which is the next smallest value after the key? That is the leftmost child, right? Now this is also small, but there is a smaller value. There is a smaller value. So right after key, this is the next larger element. If I start traversing it in order, let me just write it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is how the in-order traversal looks. So if I am comparing the 5 value, which is the in-order predecessor, it is actually 4, it is not 3. Which is the in-order successor, it is actually 6, it is not 9. So the rightmost child of the left subtree and the leftmost child of the leftmost child of the right subtree. So now let's write this down. So let's get into this part. But while writing the code, again we have to think of this, that if either predecessor or successor is not found, then set it to null. So it is possible that there is no left child only. So we have to put a check that only if root ka left exists. So after this check, what do I have to do? I have to find the rightmost child of this left value, right? Now there is a possibility that this itself is the answer. So this particular node, the left node, can also be the answer. So I have to set the pre-value to root ka left. Now this will be the case when there is no right child of this. But if there is a right child, then we have to find what? That while pre ka right is there, then what do I have to do? I have to do pre equal to pre ka right. What am I doing over here? I am going to the rightmost child in the left subtree. So I have gone to the left subtree by going once. Now from there I am going to right. Again in the successor, what I have to do, I know it is on the right side, but I have to add a check because there is a possibility that the successor is not found. So in that case, what will I do? If root ka right is there, then my successor is going to be on the right side. So root ka right, but it has to be the leftmost child of that element. So if there is a left child, I am going to keep moving. See, if it is not clear, you have to try and you have to take examples. It will be clear. I am sure it will be clear. Let's compile this and see. Works. Let's submit it and see. So this is successful. I hope you have understood. See, I know there are a lot of cases, but in order to get used to this, you have to practice more and more questions, and for that you have to show up. But before ending this video, let's quickly discuss the time and the space complexity. Again, over here we are traversing either 1 branch for the predecessor and successor. So in that case, worst case, we are traversing order of height of the tree. So that is the time complexity. In terms of space complexity, we are not using any extra space, but we are using space for recursion. So that also will be order of height of the tree. I hope now this much is clear. And again, in order to practice more and more such questions do show up every day. I hope you are understanding this properly. Tomorrow we are actually going to be using this question for another question, which is again a very common question. So do show up tomorrow. See you then.